Meeting to order. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Marcy, could I have a roll call?
You bet. Brian.
Here.
Lexi. Here. Justin.
Here.
Where's the Steve Tyler up here? John.
Here.
And Jeff.
Here. Thank you. We'll need a motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
Brian, aye.
Lexi, aye.
Justin, aye.
Jeff, aye.
Motion carries. I'll open it up to citizen comment. Went online, Marcy, at this point?
No.
Gonna go ahead and close the citizen comment. And I'll need a motion to approve the consent agenda if there are no questions.
I'll make a motion for the consent agenda.
I'll second. Brian, aye.
Lexi, aye.
Justin, aye.
Jeff, aye.
Carries. Moving on, Parks and Rec monthly report. Stacy.
Do you guys have any questions on?
I'm curious on the ball fields, the whole NICC development.
Mhm.
How, are we contracted? We have a contract with Clark, and what is the,
Yes.
like, what's the duration of our contract?
It goes, so it's just for a year when we sign it,
Oh,
but
it
it
is for a year.
automatically renews year to year.
Okay.
So we are free to.
Evergreen auto renewal, but annual.
Correct.
Thanks.
So the trick or treat deal is gonna be on the track this year.
We're doing it on the track this year.
Track or treat.
Track or treat. Yeah, so I think I said this at the work session, but last year when we had to move it inside because of the weather, comments, saying that they were so thankful and they just wish we would do it inside from the beginning. They love not having to worry about their kids. Whatever. So we decided just to try it out. I did start contacting businesses. I have a few already that are in, that are gonna do booths, and we've just tip of the iceberg just started. So very optimistic that we'll have a great turnout again for businesses and I guess just, not just businesses, but groups as well. But yeah, so hopefully,
It was a success last year.
it was awesome. We had, I think they said over 700 kids last year.
That's awesome.
So.
Three kids in Peosta.
And Seton, I fielded a call from Seton and they're not doing theirs this year, so.
Correct, they were gonna.
Each got rained out last year, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we are doing it at the same time as Dubuque Fairgrounds is doing it. We knew that when we did it. Just assuming we get this side of kids, Peosta kids versus, I don't know how many of the kids were from Dubuque last go round or who all goes to the fairgrounds, but we did know that we're doing it at the same time. And even if we get a few less kids, it was still, everyone ran out of candy. Everyone wasn't prepared for how many kids we got. So a few less would be okay.
Perfect. Good deal. Excellent. I have a question on the Kelly Oaks Trail. It's very exciting that it's so close to being done.
And then
Do we
it's
have
getting pushed.
Do we have a formal acceptance process once they say it's done? Do we go through something with the builder?
Project? Yeah, I mean, we'd basically do a final walkthrough.
Okay.
So yeah, basically that'd be
And then I'm
formal
curious from a
acceptance.
promotional standpoint, we should do ribbon cutting.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can promote, so people realize, hey, the trail's open, the trail's ready to go.
So one of the things I haven't reached out to the Parks Board yet, but Tricia came in and talked to Annette and I about possibly doing like a groundbreaking, like as a
There you go.
kickoff to
Yeah.
to a fundraising, like public fundraising campaign.
Awesome.
So I don't know if we could maybe tag team that, since we clearly already broke ground. But this would be for the pavilion more so than the track, but I don't know if we could do two birds, one stone.
Or we could wait until the playground equipment's installed. It's not snow flying and then do it.
Yeah.
all together.
Everything's getting
But-
pushed. I know,
at the rate at which things are going, the playground might be installed before the trail is installed.
Is that right?
keeps getting, pushed
What's pushing it?
down the road.
River City.
That's what I
It's
understand.
slated to
To
be
my
finished the
knowledge.
week of this week.
It was slated.
I see.
It is no longer slated.
I was reading slated as if we're gonna go ribbon cut next week.
No, we are not gonna go ribbon cutting next week. The
Supply chain disruption.
playground also got pushed, so they're
The
not coming this
asphalt.
week anymore either, so.
Okay.
Moving on
So
down
the
the road.
update I got today was Conley's planning on coming on Thursday afternoon, River City sometime the week of the 23rd.
No ribbon cutting tomorrow.
Oh, it's like-
Brian's-
Okay, never mind, my glee will be, I'll park my glee.
I don't know, we're getting pretty good at 24-hour turnarounds on the ribbon cuttings. so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
We can
know,
do
right?
it. Yeah. It's important.
And actually, the playground installers are supposed to be showing up on Monday.
Oh, nice.
So will that be a better thing that they're gonna get that installed before we have everybody there at once,
I
right?
don't know how long it takes them.
So the playground will be multiple phases as well. So it'll be install, kind of change things up this week. So it'll be install and then they have to do the pad, like the stone pad. Public Works is doing that and then they have to come back and do the poured in place rubber. So that's still gonna take some time as well.
Backwards.
What?
That kind of sounds backward.
I had it wrong in my mind, that I'll tell you, because I didn't think that either, but after talking to the guy who does it for a living, that was his recommendation.
Let's check with him.
Let's let the expert decide.
Yeah. Which way you do it, right? That was the question. Yeah.
Correct,
Like, you put the cement in, or put the stone in, and then put the,
I believe him.
exactly.
I would too.
that's why he gets paid.
Easier for them, more challenging for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't care about you. Anything else for Stacy? Good stuff. Police chief?
Yeah, I just wanted to add one thing with my report. With the drainage drive opening potentially tomorrow, I already moved our speed trailer, that's that portable speed trailer that I concocted together. I moved it over there already, so it's ready to go for tomorrow morning. There's no signs up yet. We're working on that issue yet, but it's there. I made it face, so when you're coming into Adrena, into the west, basically, to start there anyway. It's a good start and with that trailer, part of that in my report here with a GTSB grant, I will be receiving another speed sign, just like the ones that you see on Peosta Street or on Cap Drive. That will be permanently installed on that speed trailer, so then we can collect data off of that. So I'll be able to tell you, we are having a speed problem, or no, we're doing just fine on that. The one I have on there now is just a portable one that does not collect any data. It's just a battery operated one that just sits there right now. So I can order that as of October 1st, and hopefully we can try to get data by then, or whenever we get it in.
Nice.
Yep.
I noticed you had it on Bryn for a week or so.
I did, yeah.
Were we getting complaints from?
No, I just like to move it around just to keep people honest.
Gotcha.
Somebody in a black
No.
Pathfinder.
No.
Yeah, right.
No, I go slow. I go really
It's
slow.
got a rack on the top.
There's too many cars parked on both sides. There's
Yep.
too many kids. I'm like,
Yeah, move it around from street to street. Chief? Public Works, Dean.
Sure thing. I don't know if anybody's got any questions on any of the items on the list. Pretty short list this month. Had some guys on vacation and obviously I was sick or out for sick time, so. But other than that, as I told Brian, I don't know if anybody heard, we're anticipating on blending salt here next upcoming 2 weeks probably, so we'll start hauling that in here and getting that prepared for the upcoming season, I guess. But yeah, other than that, just try to complete the trails and yeah, I'm with you on that.
I know you are.
How are we doing on salt supplies and?
Salt, I mean, considering what the year was last year, I mean, we didn't use an overabundance of salt. I'd say, we probably get about 150 ton hauled in this year. We're probably gonna be 200 ton. We're probably gonna be full again, so. Yeah. And hopefully we don't use.
Yeah.
Second.
Wishful thinking, so.
Let's manifest that.
Yeah.
Any questions for Dean?
That's my fear.
Engineering.
That's my fear, especially since this month's been.
You're up. You gotta be ready to be called on. Didn't your teacher ever teach you that in class?
I'm just sitting here waiting for questions, Mayor.
Alrighty.
So I guess because I can't stand awkward silence. A lot going on, obviously. Big thing would be with the water system. And we've kind of hit pause on some of those elements of that, just given some of the development opportunities that have come before the city over the past month or two. And probably can't pause it a lot more, but I do know some of my colleagues across B&K are meeting with politicians again for their upcoming earmark sessions, if you will. It might be worth putting a bug in Hinson's ear again, just given the economic development opportunities to, can we get a little bit more over what they gave us last year?
Or legislative aid's been called.
Perfect.
Nick, yep.
I figured as much, but it's.
Now it sounds like it was Steve's idea, though.
I'm sorry.
Now it sounds like it was Steve's idea.
All the props to you guys and your staff. You guys all do fantastic jobs, so.
There's no INT. Yeah, that was awkward silence.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Well, the improper response is, but there's a me.
Yep, that's for sure.
Steve, I see your update on the possible NICC road extension. Do we actually have a date on that with the trustee board?
We do, we don't know, neither one of us remembers whether that, we keep remembering with the calendar. We think it's out in later fall.
Okay,
They rotate their meetings around the 3 campuses, so once a
Back
quarter
here.
it's here, and they take us elsewhere, but there's not a big urgency. Our goal with that is really to try to start having some conversations. I'd love to be able to secure the right of way while you've got
right.
a favorable group. And then, we have the ability then to slot that where it makes sense from a budget standpoint.
Good.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Mayor's report. I truly have nothing. How about that? Sweet. Sorry. All right, we'll move on to ordinance approving the rezone of parcels 141100003 and 141130004, owned by BNC LLC from A1 to C2. This is second reading of this ordinance.
Has city staff received any inquiries or feedback? after the
No,
first one?
and we did put it in the newsletter.
Okay.
So it's out there.
Great.
That it was a second reading coming up.
Yep, but no increase. That's good.
This time we'll need to approve the second reading and decide if we want to waive the third.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance approving the rezoning of parcels 141100003 and 141130004, owned by BNC LLC from A1 to C2.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, aye.
Justin, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. At this time, does the council want to waive the third reading and adopt?
I'm comfortable doing that. I'll make a motion to waive the third reading.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, aye.
Justin, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries, and I'll need a motion then to adopt the ordinance, please.
I'll make a motion. We adopt the ordinance under discussion.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, aye.
Justin, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Moving on to resolution setting public hearing for Thunder Hills Road speed zone change from 50 miles an hour to 35 miles an hour. We talked about this and there was a map for us in the work session. This is just the ordinance to follow up on that.
And I apologize, I had to get out of the meeting. Is there a reason we're going to 35?
Yeah, a lot of it is with the county, what's his name?
Right, Russell Weber.
What
he was the
Russell
one that
Weber with the
called me.
county.
They're getting a lot of complaints about the speed,
Okay. So it's
coming up
complaint,
to
this is a complaint driven.
Meadowwood.
Yes, it's complaint driven. Yeah, there's people that live on Thunder Hills Road, along that, when it goes from 50 to 35, when you're approaching the stop signs there, it's a little faster than 35, they're saying, so that they would request that 35 all the way through that extended area. But we own the west side, county would own the east side, and then that's why the county brought it to our attention that,
Complaints are coming from north
Norway.
Hills, Thunder Ridge,
Correct.
It becomes 35, I think, when it goes.
It becomes 35 to Thursday.
Anyway.
You're still going.
right at Yuliana, it drops to
Right.
35.
They're
Well,
still-
part of that
they're still
is
flying by.
with our discussion at the work session that we own part of it, they own part of it, and it's kind of just chopped up in that area, but
And it
we're doing what we
becomes-
have to do so they can do what they have to do.
We
So
talked
once
about
we
it
adopt
prepping us for the development that's gonna happen on the corner, you know, Yuliana and Thunder Hills and anything that happens to the east. So it's just getting us ready.
Yeah, it just makes sense to get everybody slowed down now before
Right.
there's a lot of traffic.
Right.
If there is a development.
The county requested that it would go through quicker and easier through them if we did it.
That's right.
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 So we're gonna act on it to go back to the county.
Yep.
So we need to set the public hearing
Aye.
because it is an ordinance change.
I'll make a motion that we set the public hearing for September 24th for the resolution for the Thunder Hills Road speed zone change.
I'll second.
Comments? Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John,
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Set the public hearing. Resolution adopting revisions to the employee handbook for the city of Peosta. We've been over this a couple of times. And we are looking to accept it as is with quarterly review and changes as needed.
make a motion to approve the resolution adopting the city revisions to the employee handbook for the city of Peosta.
I'll second.
Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Sorry. Resolution adopting the city of Peosta disaster recovery plan for cybersecurity. Again, we talked about this in the work session.
A comment, I think it looks good. Just in terms of rapid notification to staff, I noticed that the things in there were everybody email or telephone calls to individual employees. We can just look into the technology in the future for like mass text and that sort of thing, because there are tools out there that do that, that would give the ability for one person to pick text groupings and those kinds of things. I don't know, it's just another thing to think about.
I think there's a cost associated with it.
I'm sure there
but
is.
We'll look into it.
Individual phone calls, or you can make text groups too. There's just a comment for speed. People
No,
live on their
that's
phones.
greatly appreciated.
I think it looks good. I'll make a motion to adopt the city of Peosta disaster recovery plan related to cybersecurity.
I'll second.
Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Next up, resolution approving entering into a contract with ECI Smart Grant.
Again, a majority of these items we talked about at the work session. I would say all of them, not a majority.
Most of them.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution approving entering into a contract with ECIA Smart Grant.
Second.
Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Who seconded? I'm sorry.
John.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, yes, I got it.
Next up, resolution establishing supplemental industrial treatment agreement. This is what we discussed as it pertained to Michelin Camso here in town, and setting a policy that we would use going forward with them or anyone else who exceeds their water.
Does this ordinance just give us the framework that we can issue separate contracts in the future?
Yes,
If
this
there's additional
resolution,
businesses,
it adopts it specifically for this, but then we can tailor.
right,
Another
it would give us the
industry that
ability,
comes
if there
in.
are other ones in the future, this ordinance covers that.
This resolution
This
does.
resolution does, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. Make a motion to approve the resolution establishing supplemental industrial treatment agreements.
I'll second.
Brian, aye.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Resolution approving pay estimate number 2 for Kelly Oaks Trail Project.
As you can see by the note on there, Dean's looked it over and recommends payment.
questions about?
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution approving pay estimate number 2 for Kelly Oaks Trail Project.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Carries. Resolution accepting Adrena Drive in the city of Peosta.
Again, this was discussed at the work session and city staff and city engineer have inspected and approve and recommend that we accept the road.
I think it's exciting that we're finally at this point. Enthusiastically on behalf of the residents of Parkview, I would like to make a motion to approve the resolution accepting Adrena Drive into the city of Peosta.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin abstained due to relationship with contractor developer, sorry.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Resolution scheduling public hearing to amend ordinance Title 9, Chapter 114, peddlers, solicitors, and transient merchants. Set a public hearing for the 24th.
Yes, please.
Any questions, any comments?
I'll make a motion to schedule a public hearing on the 24th.
Yes.
Hearing to amend the ordinance, chapter peddlers and solicitors and transit.
I'll second. Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Resolution to request abatement of property taxes, Lot A, Stefan subdivision, DDH.
Every now and then we have one slip in there that we didn't get I know, Justin, I know.
did this.
I know.
I thought we had them all.
I thought we did too.
Now we will.
Yes, and
So
we
the
still
next
have
one.
plenty of time to get to the board of supervisors for their agenda item.
Till we get the next one.
I'll make a motion to approve the request of tax abatement for property taxes, Lot A of Stephen subdivision.
I'll second. Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Resolution scheduling public hearing to rezone parcel 141140004 40005 from A1 agriculture to C2 general commercial.
And this is the 72 acres that's directly east,
Of the one we just did.
correct, of Conlon's property.
Set a public hearing for the 24th. That's
Correct.
And this has been through planning and zoning.
Just last night, fresh off the press.
Approved.
Yes. Their letter of recommendation is out there.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for September 24th for the rezoning from A1 to C2.
I'll second the motion. Brian, I.
Lexi, I.
Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, I.
Motion carries. Resolution accepting donated parcels, accepting dedication of improvements and authorizing the mayor to execute IRS 8283 as requested by the developer. With some conditions.
With some contingencies. There are 3
Contingencies.
items that have been requested by the city attorney to his attorney. Once we receive those, then the mayor can sign off.
So we're asking to pass it tonight with that contingency. And it won't be signed in until those items are taken care of.
And we're confirming that there's no risk to the city related to how the developer values those as charitable contributions.
Not at all.
Okay.
And the 3 documents that we're requesting are just formalities or backup to accepting the property so that we have good documentation.
One of the items, we're gonna pursue a warranty deed, right?
Yes, we are.
Not quickly.
That is one of them.
I'll make it, are you ready for a motion?
If everyone
All right,
does,
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution accepting the donated parcels, accepting the dedication of improvements, authorizing the mayor to execute IRS Form 8283 as requested by the developer with the contingencies, the three that are laid out by
Correct.
I will second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I. Justin abstain due to relationship with developer.
John, I.
Jeff, aye. Motion carries. Anyone have any other business to bring forth this evening? We'll open it up again for citizen comment. Good. All right, we're gonna close the citizen comment and I'll need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Brian, I.
Lexi, I. Justin, I.
John, I.
Jeff, aye.
Was it Justin? Okay.
And it was two people.
Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Sounded like it was in stereo.
Good.